Hi, my name is Scott Hafitz, and this is my Tableau 2 project. My first observations when I looked at the data were I just wanted to look at the sales and the profit for each state, see which states were the best, see which states had the lowest sales, and kind of relate that to the population of each state. I know like the biggest states, obviously California has a huge population, they're going to have the biggest sales. um, and also New York and like states like Montana, Delaware that don't have the biggest populations are going to have smaller sales. I did notice like a big population state was Georgia that didn't have a lot of sales. They really underperformed in their sales going through this year. As you can see in my first map, Georgia has a huge population, but their dot is pretty small. Their sales were only in like the 25,000s, and they have about the same population as somewhere like Ohio, which had like about 53,000 or 53 million. My fault. $53 million in sales. Um, so I just wanted to see, which states had the best sales based on their population. Next, I wanted to check the years. So trends were down all over the place in 2019. Almost every state had lower sales in 2019 than they did in 2018. Texas was had like about 60% of their sales in 2018 or in 2019 that they did in 2018. Michigan only lost about $1 million in sales. Um, New York lost a lot in sales. Ohio lost a lot, but then there were some other states like up here, Connecticut. It's a small state, but they had even more sales in 2019 than they did in 2018. Delaware had a big drop off in sales, even though they have smaller population. California, their sales dropped off a pretty big amount. So I just wanted to see sort of why everything sort of went down. Next, I checked the item sales, to see which items actually sold the best. Like laptops were probably the highest selling over 2 years. You can see that still trends went down overall. I, for some reason, the company was just not as successful in 2019 as they were in 2018. Um, the last the last region sales, I wanted to see sort of which um, which items sold the best in each region. I know like the regions sort of carry the same type of people. I know like in the southeast you got a lot of rural people. You got a lot of countries, a lot of farmer. Um, they all vote for they all usually go red in the elections, so they all sort of have the same sort of political ideas. And like the West and California, that's more diverse. They usually vote blue in elections. So like I know the regions mostly have the same ideology. So I wanted to see like maybe some people bought more laptops in one region, maybe some people bought more tablets in another region. Um, the iPad was in the central region. It sold much better the Apple iPad than the Amazon Fire did in the central region. Even though they're both tablets, the Apple iPad sold better. So the company should push the Apple iPad more over the course of the next couple of years. Try and create trends to maximize their sales as much as possible. Um, my dashboard, I went back to the first two slides, sort of um, looking at the sales over 2 years again. I just like some of the big states had huge sales one year, didn't have as big of sales the next year. So as much as there was a lot of drop off, there was more drop off in some states than others. Um, so trying to find out why. why some states had big drop-offs, why some states had small drop-offs. That's my story sort of goes like the map is mostly my broadest graph. This one is going from sales in the states from 2018 to 2019, so it's going a little bit more in depth going by year. This is going by item, so I wanted to sort of start with sales by state, and then look at sales by item, and then the last graph is sales by item in each region. I wanted to do sales in each state, but the graph was just too big, it was too many bars for each state, so I did it by the region, and as I mentioned before, the regions sort of have the same ideology, so there won't be, so I can kind of compare the region, and also the regions sort of have this, they have similar populations, so you divide them up like in the four quadrants, so you know which sales are going to be best. In conclusion, I really enjoyed using the Tableau software. I think it's a really interesting tool that a lot of companies can really use to help find trends in their sales. Um, I think this data I think companies can really use this data to, fix their advertising, sort of push some items to that sell more in some areas and push. So maybe laptops sell better in the east, maybe tablets sell better in the west, and try and just advertise accordingly so you can maximize the amount of sales you can get in each place. Um, Thank you for watching my Tableau video. Um, I hope you enjoyed. I think it was a really great tool to use, and I'm really glad we did this project so I can learn how to use Tableau more and use it in my work life in the future. Um, as a information systems major, or as a business analytics and information systems major, using these business platforms are going to be a huge part of what I'm going to be doing in my career. So definitely getting started and learning how to use Tableau is a great start to learning how to use these systems. Thank you.